Welcome back to TOPKUNS TV, where we distill the world's most powerful ideas into actionable insights. Today, we're unlocking a blueprint for influence, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This book isn't about morality. It's about reality, brutal, timeless rules that govern success, control, and reputation. We've condensed all 48 laws into 5 core meta principles. Master these, and you master the game. If you're ready to gain an edge, hit the like button, comment with your favorite law, and subscribe to TOPKUNS TV. Let's begin. Our first meta principle is to master the art of perception. The essence of power is controlling how others see you. Your reputation is your greatest asset and your greatest shield. You must carefully choreograph your presence. This brings us to law 4. Always say less than necessary. The more you speak, the more likely you are to slip up and say something foolish. Silence, on the other hand, creates an aura of mystery. It makes your words seem more valuable and profound. When you say very little, people will constantly try to interpret your meaning, which gives you this quiet, commanding presence. Think of the powerful figures who rarely speak, but whose every word is analyzed. That's the power of brevity. This ties into Law 6. Create an air of mystery. Do not let people figure you out. Predictability breeds contempt. When people feel they have you all figured out, they lose respect for you. You have to stay vague, do the unexpected, and maintain a certain distance. This keeps you fascinating and creates a deep sense of respect and even a little bit of fear. By being less open, you force others to constantly watch and anticipate your moves, which keeps them off balance and you in control. Next, let's talk about the second meta principle. Never lose your center of gravity. Power flows to those who position themselves correctly and remain composed. Your emotions are your vulnerability, while your location and allies are your strength. A perfect example of this is Law 1. Never outshine the master. If you work for someone above you, your security depends on making them feel superior. Don't be too talented, too charming, or too witty in their presence. Any display of your own brilliance might be interpreted as a threat or an insult. Instead, make the master look better, and you secure your own advancement. Let your talents shine through them. At the same time, you must follow Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. It's a common mistake to think that retreating into a fortress, either literally or socially, will protect you. In reality, when you isolate yourself, you cut off vital information and make yourself an easy, visible target for your enemies. You must stay engaged, cultivate allies, and keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening around you. The third meta principle is to control the game. The most powerful moves are indirect. You should never directly confront someone when you can subtly manipulate the environment to your advantage. This is where Law 3 comes in. Conceal your intentions. If people know what you truly want, they can predict your moves and block your path. The best strategy is to lull them with a simple, common Mochivia red herring, then act when they least expect it. Keep their attention focused on the lure, not on the real action. It's like a magic trick. Misdirection is everything. To take this even further, you must follow Law 33. Discover each man's thumb. Everyone has a weakness. It could be a secret insecurity, an uncontrollable desire, or a deep-seated need. Your task is to identify this thumbscrew, their point of leverage. Once you find it, you hold a key to influencing them. You can motivate them to do your bidding without ever using direct force. This isn't about blackmail. It's about understanding human psychology to guide their actions in a way that benefits you. This leads us to the fourth meta principle. Be ruthlessly strategic with resources. Your energy, your focus, and even your mercy are resources. They should be used sparingly and only when absolutely necessary. Efficiency is power. This is summed up perfectly by Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. When you choose to enter a fight, you must win decisively. A half-crushed enemy will spend all their time and energy planning their revenge. Ending the conflict entirely saves you endless worry and resources in the long run. Don't give them the chance to recover and strike back. But what if you're the weaker one? That's where Law 22 comes into play. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. When you are weaker, do not fight a battle you can't win. Surrender. Give your enemies the satisfaction of a victory, but use this moment to gather strength, reorganize your forces, and wait for their own arrogance to lead to their inevitable downfall. A strategic retreat is not a defeat. It's a maneuver to position yourself for a future victory. Finally, our fifth meta principle is to maintain your value and mystique. Power that lasts is based on perceived value, scarcity, and spectacle. A key part of this is Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. If you are constantly available, your power and presence dissipate. You become common. By stepping back occasionally, you create a vacuum. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. But more importantly, it reminds people of your value. Be seen, be celebrated, and then withdraw to be missed. At the same time, you must adhere to Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Power requires continuous renewal, but sudden, radical change is terrifying to most people. It disrupts their habits and sense of security. So, you should talk about change, promise it, and seem like an agent of progress, but make your actual reforms gradual and gentle. This way, you appease the human need for novelty without upsetting the foundations of your power. The 48 laws are not a morality lesson. They are observations of human nature. They teach you to play the long game. The key takeaway is this: power is not given, it is taken, and it is maintained through relentless self-control and calculated perception. Now it's time to put this knowledge to work. I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 meta principles do you see at work most often in your life? Comment below. If you found this quick summary valuable, please like and share this video. And for more strategic knowledge, hit that subscribe button on TOPKUNS TV. Until next time, stay sharp, stay strategic, and wield your power wisely.